Hello, welcome back with Derail Valley with Freddy. So, we're here, we've got all our jobs, it is daytime. Looking at the weather forecast, we've got some rain at 3 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, plenty of time. So, first things first, let's get some engines fired up. We'll start the first DH6. And the second D6. Got sunshine, right. Not so worried about that because we can charge it en route. So it's time to start handing some jobs in. So this one's got to be handed in at the military base. The remainder get handed in here. So start, uncouple, start, uncouple, uncouple, start, uncouple. Awesome. Right. Into Ford. Get that going. And now the sprint is on. Can we beat the train? I want to be doing 40 for getting up and out of the harbour. Really kick it in. Freddy is pressing keys like crazy. And we're handed in. Uncouple. So I'm going to keep right there. So the train should come round to us. There she is. What we're doing, let's get that throttle off. We are going as quick as we want to be going for that. I shall meet the train. Awesome. Ooh. Freddy forgot, Freddy forgot. Brake on. So we made a mistake, we made a massive boo-boo. To really punch this backwards to be able to don't need that, gaining the speed and the power. In fact, so 2,400 tons up at 2%, and we are 1,543. I reckon we don't need to go quite as far back, but we do need to go back because Freddy forgot about this signal. That signal right there. We'll change that. Tell you what, we shall give that a try. We'll go for a bit of a challenge. Can we make the climb out the harbour? And what my plan is, I'm going to time lapse getting to farm. From farm, which will run in normal time, all the way up to machine factory. So let's give her a go. We have meter saying you're trying to apply too much power. Let's give her a go. I reckon we're actually going to do this from this distance. Full power! Oh, she's handling it like a champ. Absolutely crushing it. Right, I shall see thee at farm. here we are on the approach into farm. As I said, I was going to try and keep this time-lapse short, and it is rather short because it's a fairly short run. Ooh. Speed. That's a lot of speed. We don't want this much speed. I want a fair amount of dynamic brake because this is quite a drop. As always, everything is about managing that speed. As we will be coming to our first stop and a lot of weight off. A fair old amount of length as well. I'm going to be dropping 564 tons. I'll take the brake off there. Still got a lot of weight that's going to push us, so we're just going to watch that speed, keep it below 50. Keep some brake on there actually because the speed's starting to creep up. So going left, we are aiming for B2I for our first drop. There's going to be a quick get out of here. So I haven't checked actually. What was it? Oil Well Central. And I haven't quite got it there. Oil Well Central. We keep left into B. Keep right. Keep left. Straight through. Happy days. Right, that's set. Don't have to worry about that now. Run left again. Speed coming down. We're going to be using this distance tracker. Yep, B2I, nice and clear. We'll go for about here. We're going to use this to judge where to stop the train, because that should then be the back of the locomotive as it reaches our yellow marker in the relevant point for dropping. As we get up towards that 800 marker is where I'm going to start getting some brake on again. We don't want to be having too much speed when we're going to be trying to slow down. Apply some brake now. Just a touch. Just a fraction of brake. I thought it'll slow us down a little bit. As you can see, this is going to be a fair old run back to get this dropped. Take that brake off for a minute. Still got a fair bit of train there. This is where the distance tracker can really come in quite handy, because it's telling us roughly where the back of that train is and when it's going to reach that first marker. Obviously with the length of the train it takes a while for brake to get on. Okay, we're at the 800 marker, so I want to bring her down to a stop. Oh, look at that. We're about spot on. Right. So now, get off me train. Now we're going to run back, drop that back end off, and the job in. Going to ensure as well as actually fully in where we want it to be. And we can boot it on then to City West. Drop the second one, and everything then is all up at Machine Factory. I won't be time-lapsing anymore. I think that's been plenty enough. Oh, look at that. That is looking superb. That does look like It is not quite all the way in, but we are damn close. That should be good enough. Also, we need to disconnect the empty cars. We can get going. I'll reset the distance marker once we're on the move. Obviously, we are against the clock. Clock is our greatest enemy. Get over. Get over. Come on. There we go. Station here. So, hand this in to validate. Yes. That's another nice 82,000. Awesome. Add that to the wallet. We're out of range, unfortunately. Now we're in range. Get us going. And focus then on just getting back to the front of the train. Now thankfully, because I did all that prep work earlier, we've got the lengths of our train already worked out. Ooh. If I was on lesser difficulty than realistic, this would be a lot easier to navigate. So you don't want to do this without knowing exactly where you're going. There we are. Okay, so we're back in the front of our train. 40 will do us quite nicely. Okay, so our new length of train is 698. So we will go 700 meters. So that's us recalculated. And after that we drop to 445.85 meters. So 450 meters. But that's not going to be a great concern because we'll have the range of the remote at that point. So it's only going to be particular. In fact, as we're going to be reversing in, yes, I think I'll change the length. In fact, I should be able to stand on the back of this one and actually work the remote. See, all these things do go through my head whilst I'm driving around. Is this working? Is that working? Can I do it this way? Can I do it that way? Right, let's get a little bit of power on. Don't need a huge amount. So a lot of this is downhill now to City West. So just double check our routing. So I'm going to keep right there into City West, keep left. Right, we're good on all that. Happy days. That is where we want to be. So, City West. Keep right. Right, we're on a... That one will change as we go past. Keep left into a keep right. Happy days. So City West is set up correctly for what we need. So, yep, we're on a keep right. It is a 60. This first one shouldn't be too bad if memory serves correctly. Just double check. It's a 30. Brake on. We're on 30 on the level. Woohoo! Never assume anything. That is the big key. Never assume what the speed's going to be. Always verify. It's called Derail Valley for a reason. It likes to derail, as we have seen in this series. I've derailed more than a couple of times. It happens. We will try and avoid it as best we can. That's all we can do. That's why our money situation is not too bad at all. Give this marker there a little bit of power. So money wise we're at 1.5 million, so we're halfway towards our goal, 3 million. I think that'll be a nice figure to end, or pause this series on. It's not actually going to be the end. We're just going to be waiting on developers adding new things into the game, or other mods being released that I think could be of interest to this series. Now do let me know in the comments below, would you like to see another series of this at a lesser difficulty so you can see the length of the train and everything? If you're interested, I'll certainly look at doing it. Could look at doing a few different things and attacking things different ways. That was a 30, so we do not want to exceed. So yeah, if you're interested for more Derail Valley from me, let me know. We just want to wait and see how it goes when the developers do actually release more content, and we'll wait for that. It is dependent on you guys and what you want to see. I'm going to keep up with doing some farming as well, and I may well substitute what I was doing on here for a bit of roadcraft. As we're so close, I don't see the point now in exceeding 30, because I can literally see what's going to be the start of the 30 turn there. So we're just going to roll our way into it. So for this one, we are going A3S. Now remember this turn, this is one of the most distinct turns on this map. It is a 30. It's one of the earliest Okrams need to watch this corners. It's a lovely place to see City West. I may well pop in the shop actually quickly whilst I'm here. There's a tool I'm after I think could help, because that way we could drop the, possibly drop the DH4. Possibilities. I mean, the DH4 is only 77.5 ton. It's not a huge thing. Right, so it's this signal here that we want. I'm actually going to leap out. I shall watch that speed and get a little more battery charge, because why the heck not? So we can ride the back of the train as we park up all these empty cars. As you will have seen if you were paying close attention on the time lapse, I won't be putting it at too quick a speed because of how short it's going to be. But we could actually see as we were climbing towards the top of the exit of harbour, you could just see the back of the train starting to climb the hill. So it's, yeah. This is a lengthy old beast. It's something you do need to consider with doing trains of this length. They are going to be lengthy. I've not seen my flags yet. There goes our frickin' signal. She's going, oh, there's the flags. So into what's going to be dropped. Are we going to make it? Is there going to be enough train? For signal. Right, we're gonna go there. That is just about reaching limitations. Of course. Lose sight of it. So let's double check. So we're going to be keep right, which is that one there, because we don't want to be going left down that way. We're not going to B, we're going to A3S there. Yeah, right, happy days. I do want to, oh, it's getting a bit misty now. a bit of fog rolling in. Right, we do not want to be going too quick because this is quite a tighty little turn, if I remember rightly. We just want to make sure we are going... Yep, here comes some rain. So that's going to make things a lot more interesting and reduced visibility. So I'm going to keep left on that one. Come down here as visibility is dropping. Not so worried about the remote at the moment, more worried about where this train is going. Yep, we're going to keep right on that one, which will be straight into A3S. So we head back a bit now. Get some signal. When we do get the caboose, this is going to become a lot easier to manage. Obviously with this reduced visibility, I cannot see a lot that's on the track. So if there's any cars there, which given the length of this, I'm not expecting. Find me orange flags. There they are. We'll certainly know about it if we hit something. That is for sure. Okay, and pick up flags, put them back where they need to be. Still those away, they've done us well. Drop this job off. Station, I remember rightly, is over this direction. It's a lot harder to see in the fog. There she is. Lovely 37,000. That took us 37 minutes to do out of 86. So it gives us a nice indication of where we are time-wise. So, a little pop to the shop, which is over here. Run around this map often enough, you learn where everything is. It's just a quick look because I know the shape of what I'm looking for. And it is not here, so happy days. Right, let's get out of here. Oh, where am I going? It's this way. Right, so we want forward gear, brake off, throttle on, and race to catch the front of the train up. We need some illumination, so I'm going to go for, got a good bit, go for high beams. So we're now 450. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Need a bit of wipers. I do love the rain in this game. I think it is very, very nicely modelled. It's not just your generic. To me, it actually looks like it rolls around quite nicely. Get some power down. I think, to be honest, now we don't need that second DE6 on. I think we can afford to turn it off. Save some fuel. Yeah, we're not even struggling getting up here. Then again, let's do a quick calculation on weights. Yeah, we've dropped off 5, 6, 718 tons. Yeah, we've got practically nothing left in weight. Practically nothing. So our first drop's going to be C2S and C3I. Then into military base. So, let's get that. Make sure we're all prepared for that. So we're going to keep right. Speed. What we can actually do, drop that down there. Give you an idea of just how thick this book is. Look at that. It's nuts. So yeah, we can still interact with it whilst it's placed down, which I think is rather cool. So we're going to keep right to keep left to C, keep right, keep left, C2, forward, and back into C3. Look at that. So yeah, there's two ways of doing it. So we could have added an extra shelf, could have moved this somewhere else and had booklets here, but hey, it's working. We are getting stuff done. That's what counts. And we are making good money in the process. And that is what's important. As long as we are turning our profit, that's what matters to us. Now I am going to take this whole train up and we will find out which of the two remaining items is hiding in this shed up here. As we know, the other one is down south by Forest South. So it's either going to be the micro shunter that's up here or the caboose. The caboose will massively help us with these long trains. Apparently we're not going anywhere near quick enough, so let's get some going. Get some urgency about us. So yeah, I'm interested in what you guys think of me Derail Valley series. Is it something you're enjoying? Do you think the video layout's been good? Volume's okay? I'm quite happy to be told, no, I think this needs improving. If you think it does, let me know. I will strive to do it. Addy was the first one to tell me the volume was not that good in the first couple of episodes. It was difficult to hear me, so I reduced the in-game. Had my mic at maximum and I've boosted the overall volume to a level that has been a bit better. Is it right? Do you think it still needs a bit more of a boost? Do you think the in-game's too loud, too quiet? Let me know. I'm quite interested to see what you guys think. Do try and tailor it for your viewing pleasure. We've officially now, as of today and recording this video, hit 50 subscribers in the channel. I honestly never thought I would get that high. Next goal, 100. It'll happen. If it happens, I'm not worried about it. I ain't gonna rush it. I'm doing this purely for my own pleasure of doing it. I'm not making any money off of this at the moment, and I'm not worried if I never do. It is not what I am about. I'm just about having fun. And I think this is fun. Not everyone will agree with me. Not everybody likes trains. Not everybody like Derail Valley. Some people are on this channel for farming simulator content, not Derail Valley. Happy days. Some of you might be here for Derail Valley, not farming simulator. I'm perfectly okay with that. It does not bother me in the slightest. You're here to watch what you want to watch. Happy days. If I'm producing what you want to watch, even better. been having a little bit of a break from Farming Simulator for the last 2 days. So I thought I'll knock out some Derail Valley, especially after the ends of my long shifts at work. And today was a particularly long and boring one, as is the nature of it. Well, that's just what I do. If there's a game you would like to see me playing, let me know. I'm intrigued. There's a good chance I may have it in my library. Right, C2, this is where we are really in the... Because, as you can see, we cannot see that far. Bring our speed down a bit. Right, this is where I'm going to grab my remote, jump out, and this, if memory serves right, yep, this is all the empty cars, then all the orange cars, leaving us with just the helicopters. Helicopter, helicopter! A lot of money's worth of helicopters. This is going to be hard, because I can't really see. Fog rolling in has made it difficult. Hey, it's the nature of the game. Brake on, brake on. I'm not going to hand this job in, I'm going to hand both these jobs in at the same time. Because this one's not worth a huge amount, whereas the other one is. So, brake off. Forward. That's set for going right. So it's this one we want, which you need to change to going right once we have cleared it. Thankfully this isn't a very long train now. There's a little bit of a bug with the switch, that if it's not working, not highlighting the switch, you just flick it to the next one and flick it back, it works again. It is a known bug, they are working on it. And to be fair, they're constantly releasing bug fixes. I think since I've started this, there has been something like 10 bug fix patches, fixing various things. So they're doing, I'd say they're doing pretty well with the game, to be fair. I'm certainly enjoying it. Well, I must be enjoying it because I'm playing it. If I wasn't enjoying it, I wouldn't be playing it. Look at that lighting in the distance. That's awesome. That lighting in the fog with just the shadow of it. That's cool. I like that. I do like the graphical spin they've put on this. I do think it's rather cool. That'll do quite nicely. So drop this off. Hand these two jobs in because the station is literally right here. See how much we get for this. So we've got 35 for that one. That's not bad. And 64 for that one. That one's better. So nice. Get the train moving. This will pick up quite quick now. Watch for wheel slip because of course the rain. As we're not too lengthy a train now, we're practically nothing. It will move with some authority now. it's definitely the right call at the right time to disengage the second DE6. So I can already see that one's on the right. That's ideal for us because we will be reversing back. Let's get some brake on. Not too much too fast. It's one thing you've got to consider in the wet. You do not want too much level of brake because otherwise the brakes are going to lock up and just slide in the wet. Thankfully it's not raining too hard, but it is raining enough that it is a consideration. Right, so our last job, we are dropping an E3I. Just double check that is set up for us. So we're going to keep right, keep left, E3I, happy days. Machine factory, just make sure this is all set up. So we're going to keep right there, happy days. We're actually going to be coming back out this way to go up and have a look what is in the shed. Now we don't want to be going too quick round here because it is quite a sharp little turn. 20-25 is going to be ideal for it. Quite an unusual layout with this military base. I think the military base for here was put in after the map concept, so it's sort of, that sort of works, in it goes. But it's still kind of cool. It's something different, unique. I quite enjoy that aspect of it. A bit boring if it all looks the same and works the same. It doesn't add any flavour or imagination to it in my mind. It's sort of, yeah, generic again. Yeah, boring. So there we go. E3I. Nothing else in it. These are very short tracks here. Alright, brake on, brake on, brake on. Yes, these are very, very short platforms. So the question is, did we reach time with this one? Because this is, if we've done time with this one, this is a huge bonus to this one. You would have thought this would be the first one we dropped, but it just makes the whole thing a lot more difficult. So here we go. 51 minutes. That's 236,000. Oh, thank you. So that brings us up to 1.8 million. So we're doing fine. There's a job here going back down to harbour and unload that one, so nothing dramatic. I think we should just pop up. I'm just going to switch this off. I'll show you something I think is funny. Wrong button. Yeah, let's turn those wipers off. That's annoying. There we go. Turn the lights down as well. There we go. That's a bit better, because we're going to be leaving that here. We're not actually going to take that up to go look at... Am I going the right way? Yeah, I am. To have a look at what's in this garage. We're going to use something a little different. We're going to use the H1020 hand car. It costs us nothing, and quite honestly, I think it's funny. So that's the brake there. It's a manual brake, and we have to manually operate this thing. Wrong way. You've got to scroll your mouse wheel back and forward alternately to get this thing going the way you want it to go. Oh, look at that, fog's clearing as well. What speed we're doing? Ain't got a freaking clue. I think this thing's just funny. I just thought this will be a bit more comical for going up to this. Save driving the train all the way up here to reverse it all the way back down to where we want to be for this. Save the diesel. Just use the handcar because it's freaking, to me, it's freaking hysterical. There we go, picking up speed downhill now. Woohoo! I'm not even scrolling it. And because of where this is a straight up, and it's basically going to be the first signal we come to. It's going to be where we're looking for, so we're going to have to go past it, change signal, come back. It's going to be the only time we ever do this. Because there's going to be no reason. I've got a sneaky suspicion this is the micro shunter. I reckon the caboose is down south. Knowing my luck, it probably is. So we're going to need a good reason to go down there. It's basically going to be any job going that way. Sawmill, anything. Really not worried about it. It's just going to be any excuse to get going that direction. Oh, we're losing pace. Bit of an uphill. There's our turn. Really pathetic break. But gets the job done. Ooh. Round we go. Now, I've never actually driven this micro shunter, so this is going to be a new one for me. It is primarily for driving around yards. That is its goal, for putting things like trains together and you hook your big train up to it. It doesn't incur fees. Basically lives in the museum along with the likes of the utility car. But for actually going out on track and trying to haul stuff around, this thing is useless. Absolutely useless. To me, this one might, if it is the micro shunter, it would be good as a starting vehicle, along with the shunt license. There we go. This is Old Bob's Garage. So clear that away. Right, old Bob's garage. So we've got old Bob's garage key. Here we go. Let's see what it is. Dun dun dun. It is the micro shunter. Look at this thing. It's so cute. Oh. Wow. You get this every time you go into a new vehicle. I'm going to click later for now, because I've never used this thing before. Wow. This thing looks awesome. So that's the throttle, that's the brake, handbrake. This thing is absolutely freaking tiny. This thing is just designed to shunt round. I'll show you the stats for it. This is it, the B2260. On the flat, it can move around 800 tons. So no joke, upper 2% it can do 100. 50 tons in the wet, and it's already 12 tons. So this thing, for going around Derail Valley itself, is a waste of time. For moving around in yards, awesome. Absolutely awesome. So we're going to leave this here. I'm going to be cheeky, wrong button, and teleport back to Machine Factory. There we go. That's teleporting, nice and easy. Right, whilst we're here, just quickly, because I appreciate this video is dragging on like the last one. Freddy is not doing good on keeping an eye on time. Have a look in the shop. Distance tracker, automatic train stop. No, 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 no. Proximity. Wireless MU controllers. It's not that one I'm after. Whereas, is it that one? Might be that one. I'm going to have a look. I will look in between episodes and we shall get back to you. So for now, Freddy's going to leave it there. And I shall see you on the next one. Till then, take it easy.